Salwete discipulae, hic est Magistra Bloomberg. This is Ms. Bloomberg, and I want to use this tool to show you some of the ways that you can use Edmodo. So there are a couple different ways you can access it. I'm going to just type in the URL, edmodo.com. You can type the URL directly into your browser and access it this way, or you can click on the link from Moodle, or you can use the Edmodo app that's available for smartphones and iPads. And the first time that you use it, you're going to sign up as a student. You'll notice that your parents can also sign up, but they need to have a special code that I can give you for that. And after you've signed up as a student, they'll prompt you to create a username, or you can use your email, and to create a password. And after you've done that, you just sign in with that username or email, which I'm going to do here. And when you get to the page that you're looking for, you're going to notice that it might look like what I see here with some slight differences, or it might look a little bit different depending on the version that you're using. There is a new version that they've given me access to, and probably when you're on the computer going to Edmodo, you'll see that new version, but when you're on the iPads, you'll see this version here. So I'm going to explain this version and just know that the new version is fairly similar, and I'll try to make references to that at times. So the first thing I want to show you are a couple things that you see on the top here. First of all, there's a search bar, and once you start tagging things in your posts, you're going to be able to search for things on that tag. You can also click on this button here and get to the Edmodo apps, which we'll talk about later. On this old version, there's a calendar, and in the new version, it's called Planner, and you can look at when assignments are due and assigned, and tests and quizzes and things like that. On this old version, you can look at your grades this way. On the newer version, you can look at your progress. And here, you have access to the library, which you have access to in the new version as well, and I'll show you another place where you can find folders for your class. You also have on this version the actual word home to take you to your home page, and on the new version, you have an icon of a house. You can change things on your profile, like creating a picture for yourself by going to Profile and filling out that information. It's kind of fun to either put a picture of yourself or to choose an icon, any kind that you want. And also on your profile, you'll be able to see the badges that I award you. And then finally at the top here, you have your account. And I wanted to show you the account because if you go to the settings in your account, you're going to be able to alter the notifications to make sure that anytime something happens on Edmodo, you are alerted to that in your Dana email. That way you don't have to access Edmodo every day unless the email tells you to. Okay, I'm going to go to my home now and show you how to join a group. Okay, you'll notice that I have a bunch of groups over here, but to join, you just click join, and I'll do that now. And when I join, it asks me for my group code, which I gave you either on email or you can access it from Moodle, and then you would join using this group code. Right now, I'm going to click on my Latina Una class, and I'll get rid of what I've drawn here. And when you go to the class, you're going to notice the different ways that you can use Edmodo. You can post a note, which is the basic posting tool. And an example of a note is right here. And you'll see you can use as many characters as you want, and you'll decide who it is that you want to send that post to. This way. I'm going to click on a note, and you'll notice that I can attach a file to this note, a link, or something from the library, and then I can choose to whom I want to send this post. I'm also going to be able to send an alert, which looks like this. It just is in bold type and you're limited to the number of characters. I can create an assignment, which is like what you see here, in which you have whether you've turned it in or not, if there's something to turn in, the due date, and what the assignment actually is. Also at the top here, you're going to be able to receive quizzes and small polls. When you receive a post, there are a couple different things you can do with it. You can reply, you can share, you can tag it so that it makes it easier to search in the future when you're using this search bar. In the new version, there's also a little happy face icon here, and you can click that to show whether you like something or don't like it. And so that's just a fun way to show your reaction to things. So the only other thing that I want to show you is your folder. On this version, the folder is found right here. And if I click on that, it brings me to the documents that I have for Latin 1. And I can either play those documents, which will show me what they look like in full, or I can download them if I want to have access to them myself, which is something that I recommend you do, if you like to have paper copies and things like that. So now I'm just going to go back to my class. Whoops. And just notice that when you are on this page, you can find the group code again if you need it. And I believe that that's all that you need to know right now. There are some communities you can choose to join, but don't worry about that. That's a little more advanced, and you don't have to do that. And if you have any questions, please just let me know, and I would be glad to answer them. You can send me a note, an alert, or you can always just send me an email, whatever works best. Gratias discipulae, valete.